Thank you, Madam Chair, Ranking Member McGovern. I am here tonight before this committee once again because this is the last committee, the only committee, standing in between the people who I work for, the hardworking people of New Hampshire, and this big bill. And I brought the bill with me tonight because you might call me old-fashioned, but I read every bill we vote on in this body. We've had this text for less than 12 hours. And yet here we are tonight, once again in the dead of night, pushing this big, brutal bill across the finish line in an arbitrary deadline. This bill is 887 pages. Even if you don't read this whole bill, which every member of this body should, it should catch your attention that it includes the biggest cuts to Medicaid in American history. It's a beautiful bill only for one group of people, and that is the billionaires who are going to make out like bandits with tax giveaways galore, tax giveaways that they don't need. For the rest of America, this is a brutal bill. Its brutality is measured in the trillions of taxpayer dollars that this bill is going to add to our already sky-high national debt. Its brutality is going to be measured in the costs that millions of fellow Americans will pay in dollars and in their lives that are going to be upended by this bill. Look, we had very little time, way less time than any deliberative body should have to introduce amendments. I've introduced common sense amendments that try to go directly to the costs that this bill is going to impose on millions and millions of Americans. Energy costs and housing costs, healthcare costs and food costs. But what I want to say tonight is that when we vote on this bill, I hope every member of this body will keep in their minds and in their hearts the real costs, the real human beings who are going to pay the price. The little boy in the town of Boscawen whose life depends on Medicaid and on SNAP, and whose life is going to be forever changed by this bill. He will be in my heart and on my mind when we vote on this bill. The cancer survivor in the city of Keene, who literally would not be here today if this bill, this big, brutal bill, were law today. She will be in my heart and on my mind. The patriotic healthcare providers in the North Country of my state who've come to me with tears in their eyes because they know that this bill is going to shut down critical access hospitals and people will die. They will be in my heart. And so too will the extraordinary people I sat with this afternoon. The last thing I did before I came down here to this committee was to sit with a group of extraordinary people who are trying to do the Lord's work in providing health care to those who need it most. They will be in my mind and in my heart as we vote on this bill. I hope you will read every word. I hope that the absence of our Republican colleagues here tonight is not evidence that they are not paying attention to the harm that this bill is going to wreak on our country. I urge this committee to adopt the common sense amendments that have been put forth tonight, but no amendments can fix the damage that this bill is going to cause to our country, and that is why I'm a hard no. With that, I yield back.